At 34 years old, Sophia Martinez sat alone in a small coffee shop, staring at a number on her phone that didn't seem real. Her net worth had just crossed $1.3 million. 7 years earlier, she had less than $300 in her bank account. She had failed 3 businesses, lost thousands of dollars she couldn't afford to lose, worked double shifts until her feet ached, cried in public bathrooms where nobody could see her, and more than once, she came within a few days of giving up completely. But here's the strange part. The business that made her wealthy wasn't her smartest idea. It wasn't her first idea, or her second, or even her third. In fact, everything that eventually made her successful came from the businesses that failed. And if you've ever felt stuck, broke, behind in life, or convinced that success happens only to other people, then this story might change the way you think about money forever. Before we continue, do me a quick favor. If stories like this motivate you and help you think differently about money, success, and financial freedom, please like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with someone who needs to hear this message. Every like, every subscription, and every share helps us create more powerful stories like this. Our mission is simple: to help millions of people build better financial lives, one story at a time. If you're part of that mission, hit subscribe and let's continue. Sophia grew up in a small apartment in San Antonio, Texas. Money was always a problem. Not sometimes, always. Her mother worked long hours cleaning offices at night. Her father disappeared when she was 8 years old. Most months were a balancing act between rent, groceries, electricity, and hope. There was never enough money for everything. Sophia still remembered watching her mother sit at the kitchen table with a stack of bills spread in front of her. Some would get paid. Some would have to wait. Every month, the same painful decision. As a child, Sophia didn't understand budgeting, but she understood stress. She understood what it felt like when the electricity was shut off. She understood wearing the same shoes long after they should have been replaced. She understood hearing adults whisper about money when they thought nobody was listening. And she made a promise to herself. One day, she would never live like this. One day, she would have enough. Not luxury, not private jets, not mansions. Just enough freedom to stop worrying. At 18, she graduated high school and immediately started working. College wasn't realistic. There wasn't money for tuition. So she became a waitress. The work was exhausting. Long shifts, late nights, constant pressure. But while serving customers, Sophia noticed something. The people who seemed happiest weren't always the people earning the biggest salaries. The people who seemed happiest had options. They controlled their time. They controlled their decisions. They weren't trapped. And Sophia wanted that. At 22, she started her first business. She loved handmade candles and believed she could turn the hobby into a company. She spent nearly every dollar she had saved. Wax, containers, labels, packaging, marketing. She poured her heart into it. For months, she worked all day at the restaurant and all night making candles. She imagined orders flooding in. She imagined quitting her job. She imagined finally escaping poverty. But reality had other plans. Almost nobody bought. Weeks passed, then months. Inventory piled up, savings disappeared. Eventually, she shut everything down. She lost nearly $4,000. To some people, that wasn't much. To Sophia, it felt devastating. That money represented years of sacrifice. Friends told her maybe business wasn't for her. Maybe she should focus on getting promoted at work. Maybe she should be realistic. For a while, she believed them, but not for long. At 24, she tried again, this time an online jewelry store. She spent months researching products, building a website, learning social media, learning advertising, learning customer service. The store looked professional. The products looked beautiful. She felt certain this time would be different. It wasn't. Sales trickled in. Expenses grew. The business struggled. 8 months later, it failed. Again. Sophia sat in her apartment staring at her laptop. 2 businesses, 2 failures, 2 years gone. She felt embarrassed. She avoided talking about her goals because she was tired of explaining why things weren't working. People started giving her that look, the look that says they don't believe in you anymore. But something interesting happened. Instead of quitting, she became curious. Why had she failed? What was she missing? Most people respond to failure emotionally. Sophia began responding analytically. She started reading business books, watching interviews, studying successful entrepreneurs, and she noticed a pattern. Successful people weren't smarter than everyone else. They simply stayed in the game longer. That realization changed her perspective. At 27, she launched her 3rd business, a small clothing brand. This was supposed to be the one. She invested more money than ever before, built a website, ordered inventory, created marketing campaigns, spent countless nights working until sunrise. For a few weeks, things looked promising. Then sales slowed, then stopped. Inventory sat untouched. Bills piled up. Debt increased. And eventually, business number 3 collapsed. 3 businesses, 3 failures, 5 years of effort. Almost nothing to show for it. One rainy evening, Sophia sat alone in her car after finishing a double shift. Her checking account balance was dangerously low. Credit card debt was growing. She felt exhausted. For the first time, she seriously considered giving up. Maybe everyone had been right. Maybe some people were simply not meant to succeed. Maybe she wasn't one of the lucky ones. She stared through the windshield as rain tapped against the glass. Then a thought entered her mind. A thought that would change everything. What if the businesses weren't the real product? What if the skills were? She thought about everything she had learned. The candle business taught her marketing. The jewelry store taught her e-commerce. The clothing brand taught her branding. The businesses had failed, but the skills hadn't. Suddenly, she realized she wasn't starting over. She was starting from experience, and that changed everything. The next day, Sophia created a new plan. Not a dream, not a wish, a plan. Rule number 1, never stop learning. Rule number 2, save 20% of every paycheck. No exceptions. Rule number 3, invest before spending. Rule number 4, build skills before businesses. Rule number 5, commit for years, not months. Then she did something different. Instead of launching another product company, she started a digital marketing service. No inventory, no warehouse, no manufacturing costs, no massive risk, just skills. At first, she had 1 client, then 2, then 5, then 10. The income wasn't exciting, but it was consistent. More importantly, Sophia kept her promises. Every month she saved. Every month she invested, even when it felt insignificant, even when progress felt invisible. She built an emergency fund. She invested in low-cost index funds. She learned about compound growth. She stopped chasing shortcuts. Years passed. Slowly, quietly, boringly. Then something remarkable happened. The business began growing faster. Investments started compounding. Savings increased. Confidence increased. Opportunities increased. Everything that once felt impossible began feeling normal. At 34 years old, Sophia looked at the numbers. Her business generated over $300,000 a year. Her investment portfolio exceeded $700,000. Her savings crossed 6 figures. Her total net worth surpassed $1.3 million. But the money wasn't her greatest achievement. Freedom was. She could choose her clients, choose her schedule, choose where she lived, choose how she spent her time. The little girl who once watched unpaid bills pile up on a kitchen table had finally escaped the cycle she feared most. And here's the lesson. Most people think Sophia became wealthy because her fourth business succeeded. That's not what happened. The fourth business succeeded because the first three failed. Those failures taught skills. Those skills created income. That income created investments. Those investments created freedom. Success wasn't built when she finally won. Success was built every time she lost and decided to continue. The truth is that most people overestimate what they can achieve in a year and underestimate what they can achieve in a decade. Sophia didn't become wealthy overnight. She became wealthy through thousands of small decisions nobody noticed. A book instead of entertainment, saving instead of spending, learning instead of complaining, investing instead of showing off, and perhaps the most important decision of all, starting again when it would have been easier to quit. If you're still watching, remember this. Failure is not always a sign that you're moving in the wrong direction. Sometimes failure is simply tuition. Sometimes it's the price of experience. And sometimes the thing that feels like the end of your story is actually the beginning of the chapter that changes everything. If Sophia's journey inspired you, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with someone who needs a reminder to keep going. We publish stories like this every week to help you build wealth, make smarter financial decisions, and create a life of freedom. Subscribe now, and we'll see you in the next story.